Thanks for sticking with us. Long day here, but an exciting day. So just kind of got my cheat sheet here. I need it to run through a little bit. So day started, we were at 35, had a ton of offers at that pick, and ultimately decided got a good deal we felt really good about from the Falcons. In that deal, we dropped back to 43, picked up a mid-round third, kicked back a 6th-round pick. So dropped back to 43, picked Max Melton out of Rutgers. Excited to add Max. Max is a guy that's been on our radar all season, had a great week at the Senior Bowl, had a good meeting with him at the Combine, had a good 30 visit here for us. So excited to add Max. Then took that to the third, stuck and picked at our 3rd-round pick there, 66. We took Trey Benson out of Florida State. Big, fast, explosive runner, productive runner this year, last couple of years for Florida State. Then 71, stuck and picked at 71. Took Isaiah Adams out of University of Illinois. He interesting situation, played guard last year for him. Was forced to go out and play right tackle for him this year. Really impressive of him to do that, not his natural position, but went out there and held up. But then going down to the Senior Bowl, had a good week down in the Senior Bowl, moved back inside the guard, played mostly guard down there. It was good to see him down there. Comes from a good program, got a great relationship with Coach Bielema down there. Spoke very highly of Isaiah, and so we were excited to add him to the group. Got to pick 79, the one that we picked up from Atlanta, and had a chance to drop back a few spots there. Got the 6th-rounder back that we had kicked to Atlanta. Got the 6th-rounder back, and that trade was with Indy, I believe, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah. And so then at 82 took Isaiah Adams' teammate, Tip Ryman, tight end. Big physical blocker, really tested, impressive test athlete, but really had a good, really came on this year, I would say, and then had a good week down at the East-West game. We had Drew Terrell down there. One of our coaches coached Tip down there on his team, and then back to Isaiah Adams. Chris Cook, coached down in the Senior Bowl, had Isaiah on it, and so we had some intel on both those players from the All-Star game process. And then finished up the night at number 90 and picked Elijah Jones out of Boston College. Corner, long, fast. Had another guy, had a good week down at the Senior Bowl. Impressive individual. And I think it continues to work out for us in terms of we feel like not only added talented players, but just football character of these guys being top notch. And so busy day for us. Added 5 players, moved around a little bit up and down the board. So busy day for us, and then wrapped up, and we'll go at it again tomorrow. So with that, I'll turn it over to you guys. It's 100% that. I think it's considering. We had offers to drop back a couple spots. We had offers to drop back a whole lot more than we did. And really it's a numbers game at that point. So there's a group of players that we would be comfortable picking. We would have been comfortable picking at 35. And then it's just, we count numbers. How far can we get back? And so, if it's a situation where, hey, we like 5 players and we're dropping 8 spots, chances are one of those guys is going to make it. And so we felt comfortable going back to 43, and we're really excited that it worked out the way it did, because Max was a guy that we've had targeted here for a while. No, I don't think. No, we never go in saying, hey, we're going to hit this position, we're going to hit this position. It's really following the board, looking where the value is, understanding, where we have where the column is deeper in a position, where we might be able to wait at one position, or where it's getting thin, and knowing that we better strike, because if we don't get a guy there, it falls off for us. So no, I wouldn't say that we targeted positions. I think that's just the way it worked out, the way we grabbed them off the board tonight. Actually, it fell really well for us. It tends to happen. It tends to happen that way, where just league-wide there's a run on a position. We see it all the time. And it happened with a couple other positions tonight. It just happened to be in that stretch of corners that it happened for us.
And all that to really get a feel for guys.
Yeah, like we definitely set out with the different times we meet them too, because we talked to a lot of those guys at the Combine, and then Monti's staff and some coaches, as you alluded to, at All-Star games. So there's different interactions with these guys, right? you know, and each of them is a little bit different. You know, I would say they're not all the same. I don't have a structured sheet that I ask this and then I go here, then I go here, I go here. You kind of feel them out and you start talking, and when the conversation gets to football, you know who are serious people. You know what I mean? It comes out. It's not hard to figure out, does this guy love ball or not? And that's one of the aspects that we're looking for when we talk to him. And then it's cool because, you know, I'm speaking on the top 30. When they go around, how Monti talked about the car wash, they go around and meet different people, right? And, you know, they'll go from my office to somewhere or here or whatever, but the position coach, the coordinator, you know, Monti's whole side of the performance staff with me, with our team psych people, and we'll kind of get together, hey, how'd it go? You know, what'd you ask them, how'd it go, this and that. And like, you know, a couple of those guys that we picked when they came on their top 30 were like, oh my Lord, like that guy. So it comes out, but it's cool when there's a consensus on that.
No, it really doesn't, Darren. I think, you know, we've talked about it. You know, I think essentially the every draft, that pool of players that goes, I don't know, mid to late 6th round, 7th round, and then into the undrafted free agency market, it's really, a lot of times those players are real similar, and it's just how different teams have them stacked, you know. And so, you know, some teams might just like a guy better than the others. And so, you know, I think that's the value a little bit of those late round picks, is that you don't have to get into the bidding war of the undrafted free agency market. But, you know, hey, our roster number is pretty high, and, you know, when we add the 5 picks that we have coming tomorrow, you know, we're going to be pretty close to it. So, you know, we'll certainly be ready for the undrafted market and see if there's guys that, you know, we found a couple last year, guys that went on to make our team and be on our practice squad, and so we have to hit. If there's guys there that we've done work on, we've done as much work on those undrafted guys as we have on the guys we've drafted, and that's a big part of what we do. So if there's a chance to add somebody there that we feel improves us and upgrades us and adds competition to the roster, we'll definitely be active in that market.
Crazy up there too.
I mean, not crazy. I mean, it's just, you know, sometimes, you know, when you have 1 pick in the 2nd, 1 pick in the 3rd, it's the draft is notorious for let's go snack. You know, I fell behind on my snacking in the 3rd round tonight because we just didn't have that time to go. But God knows I can skip a snack or two. So no, I mean, it really just your turn up at the plate comes a little quicker than it's used to. So we stayed locked in and made our picks, made our calls, and then fielded any calls that came in, and it kept us busy. The 3rd round was pretty nonstop, but we excited about the guys we added.